Welcome everybody to this video with myself, Sarah Lean. We're going to be talking about Terraform outputs, and we're going to be showing you how to create them, how to use them, how to view them, and just diving into it and giving you that introductory lesson on Terraform outputs. So what is a Terraform output? A Terraform output is a way to extract information from your infrastructure after it's been created, whether that's maybe a resource name, a URL, an access key, anything that you can pull information out of that resource that you've just created, you can actually put into an output. So it's a really useful tool to either be able to see what happens once you've created a resource into your infrastructure, whether that be in Azure or AWS or GCP, and then potentially just use that information or actually pass it on to other configurations that you're about to deploy using Terraform as well. So in those big complex deployments of Terraform infrastructure as code, then you can pull outputs from different deployments to help other ones kick on as well. So let's get started. So creating an output is fairly straightforward. You have an output section in your Terraform code. So let's dive into the code and have a look at this. So here I have a Terraform configuration file creating an Azure storage account. So I've got my standard kind of Terraform configuration at the top telling it what providers I'm using. So again, in this case, Azure. And then I've got my definition of the resource. So here's the information, the minimum information I need to give Azure to create a Azure storage account. And then at the bottom section here, we've got an output section. And I'm pulling out two pieces of information about my Azure resource. So I want to pull out the name of my storage account, and I also want to pull out the kind of blob endpoint URL that's created once the storage account is created. So you can see here, just at the end of your Terraform file, you create that output section and define the outputs that you want to actually display. So once you've defined your outputs, you apply your Terraform configuration as usual. So let's get ahead and do that. So I do my usual Terraform init command to initialize the Terraform directory and download any requirements for deploying this resource. I'm going to skip doing the Terraform plan command and go straight to Terraform apply to do this, as it's a simple demo that we're trying to create for you. So now we can see that Terraform has applied and created our Azure storage account, and at the very bottom here you can see we've got the storage account and name and the storage account URL as well from that configuration. So as you can see, once that configuration within Terraform has completed, our outputs are displayed on screen for us as well. It's important to note that your Terraform outputs are also stored within inside your Terraform state file, and these state files contain the information around your infrastructure. So let's have a look at how you can actually see what outputs are stored within your Terraform state file. We use the command terraform show to display what's inside our Terraform state file. So let's execute that. And again, we've got all of the state file information above, and at the very bottom here you can see outputs, and it's got our two outputs that we defined inside our Terraform configuration file, and it's now inside the state file as well for us to pull on if we ever needed it again. And that's a wrap folk on Terraform outputs. So we've showed you how to create them, how to view them, and how they are stored within your Terraform state file as well. Remember, outputs are a valuable tool to be able to extract information from your Terraform configuration files and use them in some of your more complex deployments, or even just in demonstrations as well. So happy coding folks, and I'll hopefully catch you in another video.